category to discuss our fill layer adjustments. So these are going to be solid color, gradient fill, pattern fill. Usually with these, you're going to end up using them in combination with a blend mode or an opacity change or a mask or some combination of those things. But basic example of solid color fill. So here is just a basic shape. Then what I want to do is create a color fill for it. So here I'm clicking on adjustment layers, adding solid color. It'll look like this when it pops up. And of course, this is not very useful in and of itself, but when I clip these together, so holding down Alt or Option, hovering between the two layers and clipping it down, that's going to work, to fill that with that color. And that can come in pretty handy. Also for anything you're making on a transparent layer, whether it's parts of photographic imagery, text, brush strokes you're making, fill layers can be clipped down to those underlying pixels. Another more photographic example. So here we have this photo, and what I've done is just created another fill color up above it, and clipping this down doesn't do anything really because you have all of the pixels underneath it. Just create a rectangle, essentially. So you're going to have to do something for this to actually work well. And so one thing that I've done here is I've just masked off part of it. And you can see here very lightly with a soft brush, reduced opacity, reduced flow, just hiding a little bit of this adjustment layer with this mask will, and here I'm holding down Shift to turn on and off the mask on the adjustment layer so you can see mask visible, mask not. That's going to begin to allow this to affect those underlying pixels in a more meaningful way. But I potentially would want to then get into it too and maybe try to control opacity, or more likely hop into one of the blend modes and go down to something like, soft light or overlay, for example. And then from there, I might continue to then decide if I want to further adjust the opacity of it so that it's more subtle, or add to my mask so that certain parts of this sort of purple fill color are not really affecting the underlying image, whereas other parts are. And so yeah, this is a great one for changing mood, for example, within any type of imagery.